Stand by. Yep. Incoming right there.
All right, welcome back to Tactical Rifleman, everybody. This week, we're gonna do something I really enjoy doing. We're gonna shoot helmets. We shoot a lot of body armor and stuff, and we don't get the chance to shoot a lot of helmets. Our friends at Tactic Shop manufacture this helmet, and it's a level 3 alpha good combat helmet. Let's get into it. Before that, quick little ad, and we'll be right back.
Hey guys, this week's video brought to you by Shooting Targets USA. You guys know I love their dueling tree. They also made me these awesome targets for my battle rifle courses. These things are hardened all the way through. They don't get dimpled by green tip. They've got these awesome harmonic anatomy targets, right? It's actually got tuning forks built into the back of it. Love their Texas Stars, all their other products. I hit them up for a promo code, use TR15, saves you 15% off of everything. Check it out at shootingtargetsusa.com.
All right, so we're talking Kevlar helmets today. Before I get into this, let me just shoot this out at you. We got classes all over the country, and right now, there's still some openings in our upcoming classes. So if you want to sign up for classes, get better, get your skills up, get your confidence up, sign up at tacticalrifleman.com. Also, if you want to support us, go ahead and check out our Patreon channel, Tactical Rifleman. All right, let's talk helmets. So the helmet is one of the most important pieces of gear we can have in combat, right? And what people always think is, hey, I need a higher protection, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much all helmets, except for 1 or 2 models that you or I cannot afford, all of them are level 3 alpha. That's the standard across the board, because helmets aren't there to stop your 50 cal sniper rifles. Not the deal. They're not really even there to stop that AK bullet going in at a straight angle. Most of what you get is getting hit, right? And that's really good protection. Shrapnel, right? Shrapnel, whether it's a mortar or something like that that went off near you, or chunks of concrete flying off a building, that kind of jazz. But they are pretty much most all rated to 3 alpha, which means they are rated to stop bullets, mainly from pistols. Sometimes a glancing shot from a rifle, if it doesn't come in right at like a 90-degree angle to the helmet, that some glancing shots will actually get deflected off. And we're gonna test that today because we're gonna get to shoot it. So I'm not gonna talk too much about it. A helmet's a helmet. The protection we're gonna test in a minute. What you will notice on these awesome new helmets is they have the new system for your nod mounts. Okay, and instead of having, this is kind of my favorite piece, it's a little detail, but instead of having these rubber straps come in from the side here and clog stuff up and they get really annoying, they're all kind of slimlined here. You don't have to sit there and start linking them up to things and to each other if you're not wearing anything in your nod mount. So that's cool. In my opinion, the best part, other than this is about 1.5 kilo helmet, right? So a little over 3 pounds. It's quite light. And the most important piece really is your head system, right? The interface with your noggin in here. And so what you'll notice is there are 2 layers. There's 2 layers of padding, right? You have this really cool memory foam as your base layer, and then you have these other little memory foam dealies that you can move around and place wherever it's comfortable. And so you can play not only with how it feels, but the whole fit. Right? The whole fit you can change just by changing the pads. These are really comfortable. It's got the Team Wendy adjustment system here, right? Where on the back, right, you have your clicky button, you pull it out to release, and then you can click it in and twist to tighten up. And so it's pretty standard these days. This is by far the most comfortable setup that I've worn, and I have deployed with not this exact helmet, but this exact model. This one I got to replace my combat worn helmet now. So you get your Velcro all over the place. Obviously, what I typically do nowadays is I will put a helmet cover on there to accommodate all the other kind of bullshit that I have to have on there when I'm in service, right? So you have to have your IR light and your, you know, all kinds of stuff and wires, right? Battery cables for your nods. So all of that gets taken care of by the helmet cover, which Tactic Shop actually makes now too. So you can check all this shit out. They have other armor, textile at tacticshop.com, all right? Enough of that. Let's set up our shooting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with your normal pistol calibers that this is actually rated for. We'll start with a 9mm, work our way up to a 45, 10mm, and then we got some fun surprises that we're gonna do at the end just because it's us, why not? We're gonna defeat this thing one way or another. We know what its limitations should be. I will say this, everything here, this is NIJ tested officially. I've seen all the paperwork. It's with flying colors passed all the tests. So we know what it's rated for, and we know pretty much how far to push our shooting, you know, to show realistically, but then we're gonna have to defeat it. We're gonna do some fun stuff to these helmets. All right, let's see what it does. All right, so I just wanna show you before we get going, kind of the spread of the horrific stuff that we're gonna do to this poor, poor helmet. So we're gonna start off with a 9mm, right? Standard 9mm, 124 grain ball ammo. We're gonna move to our trusty 45, where I have prepped a nice little hollow point here. Also, I have some ball ammo in the 45 out of this beautiful Wilson Combat. This Nighthawk 1911 is shooting 10mm, so smaller diameter, smaller caliber, but real punchy, flying really fast. Now we're gonna get into our fast movers. So this is gonna be our 357 Magnum hollow point, right? Speedy little guy. We got the wrong bullets for the 44, but they'll do a good job. This is a Lever Revolution Hornady 44 Magnum. That's gonna go out of this Ruger Red Hawk. Then of course, just for shits and giggles, one of my favorites, the 50 AE. 50 Action Express out of my Desert Eagle here. These are flinging what, 300 grain jacketed hollow points. I don't think that's gonna penetrate, but since we're getting dumber and dumber as the time goes by, there's a 50 and here's another 50. That's gonna be a 50 Beowulf shot out of this gorgeous Alexander Arms rifle. And then because that's not enough, we're gonna do some double-op buck 12 gauge here. This is, yep, double-op buck. And then we also have some 2 3/4 inch, 1 ounce slugs out of this shotgun. And then just to kill it off, we have some AK rounds, 7.62 by 39. What we're gonna try to do with this at the end is maybe glance some shots off the side and see how this helmet responds. So let's have some fun. I'm ready to shoot stuff.
Shooter ready. Stand by. Go.
All right, so 9mm shot right to the, essentially the 2 o'clock of the helmet's forehead. And definitely see a shot here. Definitely see a lot of collapse on the outside, which is fine. We want that, right? Because it's got to soak in. It's got to soak in all that kinetic energy. Let's see what we're looking for, what we're looking at with back face deformation. I see a little crack here in the paint, not necessarily a big deal, but look at that. So we got some deformation, definitely stopped the bullet. Stop the bullet. We got a little deformation, but with this padding, I don't think that's going to be more than a headache. So far we're good to go. Let's move up a caliber. We're going to go to 45.
You ready? Stand by. Go. Whoa.
All right, so here's the bullet, right? Guys, iPro, because I shot this thing and then we heard it hit a car behind me. So, iPro, let's go see what it did. Obviously it didn't go in because here's the bullet, zip right past my head. Look at this. Look at that, big old hole, or big old dent. Definitely no hole. 45s, they fly real slow, and they're big fat footballs. I did not expect this to go through at all, and it didn't. Let's see what the back face deformation looks like. And I shot it a little bit closer than 9mm, but you can see here, this is the 9mm hole, the 9mm deformation right there, okay? And the 45 deformation, man, I mean, right on the temple, not a lot of deformation. I'm pretty happy with it, which means let's go up in speed. We're gonna move up to a 10mm.
Shooter ready. Stand by. Go.
So I'm kind of extra excited about this one just because I love this gun. This is my Nighthawk custom. I love her. All right, so 10mm, right? We got a bit of a smaller diameter bullet than the 45. However, they are blazing fast. Now what happened here was I hit where I was aiming for, which is right at the top of this, this little Velcro patch here. But what happened was because of the angle, right? It was a bit of an up angle, and what you can see is the bullet went in here and left here, so it just hit like the top couple layers of Kevlar there, and it went clean through. It's kind of actually what we expect out of a lot of combat hits, in the negative way, meaning like the good guy getting hit. Let me take some of this padding out so we can see the backside deformation. And look at that. So here it is right there, right? And we got maybe a 1/4 inch. I don't think, it would have snapped your neck back maybe from the impact, but the deformation there, not a big deal. I'm pretty happy with this so far. This helmet's behaving very well, very well. 10mm, cool. What do we got next? Let's go faster. Let's go 357 mag. Yeah, all right.
Stand by. Go.
All right, so 357 mag, we're up in our speed. These puppies are blazing, and honestly, I'm kind of thinking it might have gone through. Now, there's a couple things here. First of all, I was aiming for here, and I hit here. So, bad trigger finger, but I'm about a 1/2 inch off, which means I hit it, see this, right next to the screw hole, right, for the nod mount, and also, we've been shooting this thing, and so we've been tearing fibers on the other side. That may have an effect. Bullet entry right here. See how this is all soft. And that's actually a good thing, because what it means is it's actually taking that impact and hopefully dampening it so that my head doesn't get as messed up. We see a little, this isn't delamination, it's just a rubber shit at the end here. Came off a little bit, no big deal. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Definitely stopped the bullet. Stop the bullet, but holy shit, that one you're gonna feel a little bit. You're gonna feel that backside deformation. We got, shit, close to 1/2 inch of deformation. That was serious stuff, serious stuff. You know what? Go big or go home, right? Shoot this thing with a 44 mag. We'll go bigger, faster, and we'll hit it with a rugby now.
Stand by. Go.
You feel lucky, punk? Well, do ya? Let's go see. Oh, that's so much fun. I hate my job sometimes. All right, so look, it stopped the 44 mag, it stopped. But, I mean, this might have poked you in the eye, you know, so maybe that's the safety thing. No, I'm kidding. So, all right, so got this shit off. Look, it ripped all the plastic off. Cool, I don't need that shit. As long as I got a head. But here's our entrance. And look, I mean, it just softened this whole area. That is some power, guys. Look at this, it just ripped all this shit. I'm betting this dude's not having a good day. But guess what? The bullet has been stopped. Not having a great day. Now, understand, this shot is very close to the edge. And so it's still holding great, but what it means is it's starting to deform more from the edge, right? It's pulling apart the layers a little bit. Honestly, these layers are looking, it's looking like they're pretty good. Man, I am surprised. I'm really surprised. This thing's taking a beating, guys. That's a bad day. It's a bad day, but you're alive. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's behaving good. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's shoot it some more. What's next? Let's go rifle. We're gonna go, oh no. Oh no. My favorite, we're going 50 Action Express out of my Gold Desert Eagle.
No. Stand by. Go.
Cutting.
Yeah, so you know how like sometimes elk make noise in the forest? You know what I mean? I jerked the shit out of that shot. I jerked the shit out of it. I was aiming for up here and I hit right down here on the edge, which was already fucked up, and it went through because it was literally right on the edge here. So my bad. I'm gonna shoot it again, and this time I'm gonna try to suck a little bit less.
You ready? Stand by. Go.
So finally I unfucked myself and actually hit the stupid helmet. Now I will say, look, the chin straps and everything were already ripped. You see some bullet holes through them. I mean, they got direct hits. Can't blame them for that. However, I was aiming for right here and I hit right here, and I do not see an exit. I don't see an exit. Let's see if I can, oh, I feel bullet. I feel bullet. I'll try to dig it out later for you, but let's see what it did to the guys, don't get hit with the Desert Eagle. Look at this. Yeah, that's an all the way bad day. I would say that's definitely a fractured skull. Now, in defense of this helmet, it did actually stop the bullet. It did. It's not designed for 50, guys. This is a 3 alpha rating, right? So 44 mag, and we saw what it did with a 44 mag. That was over here, little bit of deformation, and it would be like a bad headache day. This, I don't know. That's an all the way bad day, guys. Let's shoot it some more.
Stand by. Go.
Why am I giddy? Why am I giddy? Because look, 9mm case, tiny little guy. 45 case, little less tiny guy. 50 AE case, not so fucking tiny anymore. 50 Beowulf case. This helmet is not rated. It's not rated for this kind of bullshit. But hey, you know, I mean, what are we here for? Just to do regular stuff? I don't know if you guys noticed, but more than likely, that would have snapped this guy's neck. Look at this thing. So where did I even hit it? Hit it right here. All right, that was the shot. Exactly where I was aiming for, Jesse. Let's see here. Finger definitely fits. Oh, it's nice and soft. It feels like insulation now. And the backside, guys, there's not, yeah. This guy's having, yeah, he's not really having a day anymore. His day has quickly turned into night, but I'm gonna see if I can find this bullet for you. Why? Because I want to keep this bitch. Oh, it's warm. It's warm. Oh, yeah, there it is. That, guys. Let's get some of this Kevlar. You see, this is what happens, right? So the Kevlar, you know, it's in there molded in some essentially epoxy resin, some sort of resin, right? And that's all the companies keep it a big secret. This is what's left of that 50 Beowulf bullet, which, yep, well, there it was. That shit was like 2 pounds of bullet, but look. Yeah, it doesn't matter that it stopped. I honestly, if my head were in this helmet, I would hope that bullet went clean through, just being honest. Whew. Well, I think we have another spot left here, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to shoot this with a 12 gauge. We're gonna skip the double op buck because I feel like we're gonna get hit, so it's a safety thing. But I am gonna hit it with a slug. So let's see what we can make happen here.
You, Nick.
I'm good to go.
All right, shooter ready. Stand by. Go.
See that thing fly off the mannequin? That was awesome. That's 1 ounce of solid hate at 7 meters. We're literally at 7 meters. I was told that minimum safety distance, MSD here, is 5 meters. So we went 7 meters, you know, for safety. Oh, that went far. Tell me, does this look like the shape of a head? Doesn't look like the shape of it. There's the slug. Well, there's what's left of it. Look, this is like a dirty sock. You know, your kid's sock that you find in his room when he hits 16. You know what I'm talking about. Try to dig this bitch out of here. Yeah. Here's what's left of the slug. This is too much fun. Too much fun. All right, so there's that. I mean, look at that. That's your affected zone there. And this was a relatively virgin area of the helmet. Honestly, check this out. So solid ounce flying at what, like 1,100 feet a second, something like that. Bad day. I mean, if you survived your skull getting crushed there, you didn't survive your neck snapping in 6 pieces. But it stopped the bullet. I don't know what to say. It stopped the bullet. Look, my bottom line is that helmets like this, you know, if you're taking frag, you know, shrapnel from a frag grenade somebody threw, or all kinds of chunks of concrete, 100% you're good to go. I can tell you that I have fallen off some Humvees. I've hit my head on the rails of the Humvees, hitting a jump, and they've protected me very well. And that's mainly the padding on the inside, right? But I'm impressed. Look at this thing. It just keeps taking damage. And I don't think there's a lot left. Here's what we're gonna do. The last bit, okay? We wanted to do some kind of semi-realistic stuff. And we've seen bullets in combat, right? You get this kind of oblique shot, and we're gonna see if we can bounce some AK bullets off, because obviously all this pistol stuff is what it's rated at. That's why we're shooting it. But I kind of want to figure out, you know, if it can somewhat protect me from an AK round. So let's try to bounce some AK rounds off this bitch. What is this silly looking abortion? This is the beautiful VZ58. This is Carl's gun. The zero's all messed up. I kind of figured it out, I think. Let's see if I can skip a couple of rounds off this helmet. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think our guy's having a very good day anymore. He started off happy. Right now, I'm happy. He's not. Look at this. Look at this. We got Kevlar left on his head. That's his little comb over toupee. It's cute. Where'd the helmet go? Who took the helmet? Ah. So, hold on, let me see if I can unsnap this. All right, so here's what we're going for. I was trying to skip around right off the top of the helmet here. And what you will notice is the hole went in. It was actually a pretty good shot, decent angle. Hole went in. That's the hole. All right, so here's our exit hole. There's actually not any deformation. You know why? Because the bullet went right through. So here's where the bullet went through, and it went back in here again. And I think it got stopped in here. I can feel it. So the bullet, it got stopped the second time in. And I mean, look, none of us expected this to stop an AK. It's not designed for it. It's not rated for it. And now we know why. So guys, this is awesome. I've had an awesome day shooting this. We put a lot of stuff in here that it wasn't designed for. Cool. Some of it's for fun. A lot of it's just for educational purposes, right? So that we know how these things behave. By the way, now that it's got no padding in it, I'm feeling just how light it is. It's probably got a few extra ounces of lead in it. I can tell you that comfort-wise, like I was saying, I've worn this helmet, not this same one, right, but the same design, same manufacturer, wore it in combat. it's comfortable when I have to wear it for 10, 15 hours at a time. This is the first helmet that I've worn that is actually comfortable for that amount of time. And let's be honest, that's the most important thing, right? It protects you, but if you're so pissed off at the helmet because it's uncomfortable that you're not willing to wear it, what's the point? Overall, I give this a A+. This thing did its job and then some, and I'm happy with it. Hopefully you guys had as much fun today as I did out here in the cold, and we'll see you next week on Tactical Rifleman.
If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter so you don't miss out on anything.